Oh, damn. She's the kinky one. I know it. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Get a room.
But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
I need to turn off the camera. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Zombo here, and today we are back with a new Final Fantasy game. I am very, very excited for this. This is going to be Final Fantasy 16. This is the latest Final Fantasy, not including the 7 remake situation. So this is like the latest and greatest story. I also am aware that this game, I believe, is rated M for mature, which I also believe is the only game to do that in the series. So I'm curious to see why it's rated M. I don't know exactly why. Presumably I'm going to experience that as I get into it here and seeing what kind of stuff. Is it just a lot of more blood? Is it because of some adult theming or something? I don't know. I guess we're going to find that out. Very curious though about that. But other than that, I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to get into it, and let's just jump into it.
It was
All right, what do we got? Oh,
Moss the Chronicler who said that the land of Valisthea is blessed in the light of the Mother Crystals.
Valisthea Mother Crystals. Okay,
It was this
terminology we're
light
getting.
which finally led our forebears out of the darkness. Yet, what they saw in the light gave rise to temptation.
Okay.
Temptation that ever lures us back into the crystal shadow. And thus did our journey begin.
Whoa, okay, all right. Some like Kuja or something, or Kujai? What are they called? Godzilla creatures? Holy crap. Hell of an opening, okay. Looks a little medieval with the castle. Okay, so this is Ifrits and Phoenix, I think. Holy shit, dude. Why are they fighting? What's going on? Holy shit. Looks like watching a movie. Oh, fireball. Attack. Whoa, I'm playing the movie. Maybe it's not like a movie. Okay, so, okay, and I can evade. Doesn't attack me yet, though. What is going... This is like where Gandalf fell with that fire creature in the movie. Did I evade it? Was that good? Did I do well? Holy crap. The music's popping off right now, though. Oh my god, it's kind of loud, but... it's really good. So the menu music for this game... I should have evaded there, but... the menu music for this game on the PlayStation menu is so good. I'm like, holy crap, this is cinematic as hell. How far is this hole? Where is this? What is this? Underground city? Are we in hell? And why are they fighting? What is happening? I'm Phoenix, though. Ooh. Oh, whoa, okay. Now we're in an eye. Damn. Okay. What did you see in the fire, in the flames? Is that symbolic? Year of the Realm 873. The Niza Defile? We all have like these tattoos on our face. What does that mean? Looks like he's falling asleep. What's up, man?
Soon. Both camps have begun to stir.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
What does that mean?
No one else. Where's the fun in that? How do we even know the girl will be among them?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them. Try to keep that in mind.
Okay, so he seems like the leader, maybe?
Let's get
He
this
touched
done.
his scar, or his tattoo, I mean. That seems important. Symbolic. So Shiva, that's a summon. Okay. Magic. We look like knights, so this is very medieval, like. We've got swords and all that stuff. Got like chainmail. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick, I like it. The graphics look amazing so far. Freaking gorgeous. Look at that.
Focus, Wyvern.
Wyvern.
You are key to this mission's success.
Oh, no pressure. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, Sergeant.
He is the leader. I was right. Okay. You guys look like you're wearing the same fit, but mine looks a little different. Why is that? Use left stick, move camera. Okay, yep. Got it. Okay. All right, so now we have access to... Wow, we can purchase things from the store. Oh, boy.
We don't have time.
All right.
All hell is about to break
continue.
loose.
All hell breaks loose. How's it going, man?
Damn it. Time to move.
Why? What is happening? So Shiva, we're gonna see like, because we saw Ifrits and Phoenix, so now we're gonna see Shiva, presumably.
We're just in time.
But why are they fighting? Or is that just a dream? Whoa. Oh my goodness, we're at war. The Republican Army front lines. It's like almost Vikings and magic. Whoa. Chocobos! Holy shit, war chocobos. Oh my god. What is that? God, there's so many like concepts that I'm seeing here that I just don't fully understand yet. Holy cow.
His iron blood are more beast than man.
Where this is going, they won't need this new dominant of theirs.
So what does that mean, dominant? What is that? Other than in the bedroom. I know what it means in there. Damn. So are we separate than these two armies? The Zernitra stronghold.
Quickly, move! What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your swords to our cause?
Wait, is that?
Come now. Marshal, the King of Waloed is our guest.
The King of Waloed.
And you have His Majesty's answer.
Who are these people? Whoa. Is that just water? Oh, damn, she's the kinky one. I know it. Yep. Yep.
I wonder that you summoned us at all. Have you so little faith in your own men?
Evil?
It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not?
I like her accent.
Or am I mistaken? Besides, your dominant has yet to take the field. And when he does, our knights would only get in the way.
Perhaps you have not heard, but the Ironblood now have their own dominant. We would be fools to underestimate them.
Bugger their knights.
What did you say?
That's a big dude.
Should this citadel be allowed to fall?
He's massive. Holy shit.
the capital will lie exposed. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board.
Well, they have smoking themes in this game, that's for sure. Why do people keep blowing smoke at people?
Which just leaves me.
Kupka!
The
Kupo?
Ironblood will rue the day they set foot on Storm. This game is over.
Damn. Okay, well. What are you guys doing?
You cock.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Benedicta.
Whoa. Whoa. Get a room.
Does the lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the latter?
No, my love. You are a lion. You're my lion.
Damn.
I'm
Just in the hallway?
afraid of us
Okay.
of Frost, Benedicta. But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
Do I need to turn off the camera? Okay. All right, we're good. Okay, so are these guys the knights? They're knights.
The
Are
front
they all
lines are gone.
associated?
This is our chance. The chaos will conceal us.
All right, let's do this. I don't know what we're doing, but let's do it. The dominant. So I think the dominants are the same thing as the summons, is what I'm gathering. Because if they said Shiva's a dominant, that makes me associate those two. So what was the Ifrits and Phoenix dominant then I saw in the fire? What was that all about? I mean, assumedly I have to have a dominant then, right? My character, or maybe I'm gonna get Shiva or something. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. I mean, it's interesting so far. They got a lot of characters.
And quick and deadly.
As always. Take the van.
Oh.
Wait. Something's not right.
Oh. What is that? How did you not see that 2 seconds? Where did that come from?
Titan.
Titan, okay.
Finally grew tired of being slaughtered.
Was that Shiva? That looks like Shiva.
And look who's here to greet the bastard.
That's Shiva, right?
Come
It's
on.
Ice. Is she hot in this game? Priorities. Let's see. Damn, cinematic as hell. I like that. Damn. Oh. Yeah, she's attractive. Holy shit, dude. These things are powerful. Whoa. Who's controlling these guys? Or whoa. They're like gods, dude. Holy shit, dude. This is badass. Whoa. How do you even compete with this? God, you can destroy the world with these guys. Oh.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
Okay, back to gameplay. Okay. Movie's over. Oh. Alright, well, I guess me and this guy are going this way. At least I'm not alone. That's pretty neat. Okay, well, maybe that's about the game. Okay.
She's right on top of us.
Yeah, but... I don't even know how you compete with this. These guys could take out a whole army themselves. Why don't you just send them to defeat an army? Whoa! My God, there's no way we survived it. We're in the middle of a battle between gods. How do you survive that? I'm so dead. I'm so dead. There's no way. Oh, there they. Oh, I just thought they just got smushed. I'm like, really? No, sorry, sir. The music's really loud compared to their voices. Oh! Okay, damn. Are we sliding now? Oh. Oh, nope. Not controlling anything. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, that's a splat. Okay, that was a splat. Holy, did you see the blood fly? Yeah, that guy's splat. He's a piece of art now.
Wyvern! Wyvern!
What's up, Sergeant?
I told you before, you do not get to die here.
Yes, sir. Damn. Oh, there's the bloody rock that smushed him. Belongs to the museum. Holy crap.
Clive.
I still don't know what's happening, but
Clive.
Clive. I think that's whoa. This is like the little brother of that guy or something. 13 summers early. Oh, is this the same guy? He's child.
Well, if you're not cut out to be a shield, there's always work for you in the stables. Unless, of course, you think you can defend your master while sat on your ass in a puddle of pig swill.
I'm sure he'd find a way. My brother always looks after me. Right?
Go on. You're sure to hit him eventually.
Don't give up now.
Oh, puppy! Oh, I want that. I want that. I want that pup.
Two
a wood
arms.
sword, okay. Oh, I got this.
Wouldn't do to disappoint the gallery.
Tutorial, I sense the tutorial. I feel it. Okay, so this guy's like a mentor or something to for my fighting.
Let's start again from the beginning. Come, show me your form.
So he said, my master. Don't disappoint my master. Melee attacks, press square. Okay, very, very Final Fantasy-esque. Understandable. Whatcha? What? Lock on with this. Okay. Oh, don't block.
Once more, please.
Wah, wah, wah. It looks cool.
Very
I like the look
good.
of it a lot.
Such swordsmanship will serve you well in the field. But can the same be said of your spellcraft? The
Oh,
flames
God
of the
magic.
Phoenix burn within you. Now let them burn without.
Okay. Wait, does that mean
Come, Clive. Rain fire down upon me.
Oh, okay. Channel your inner flame. Land a fire spell 5 times. Press triangle to cast fire. Range spell. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, I got it. No. One more. Nice. Damn, that looks cool. I like that.
Well done.
Stupendo! I feel like Harry Potter or something.
You wield the Firebird's flames just as a first shield should. You flatter
First
me,
shield.
my lord. Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged.
No, thank
Let's see
you.
if you can elude
Not my kink, sir.
blade. After all, your attacking prowess will count for naught if you don't live long enough to use it.
Okay.
On your toes, Lord Rossfield.
Lord Rossfield's my name. Okay. So Clive Rossfield. Evade. Okay. I like evading. If there's a block function, I will not be using it. But this will be good. Oh, and they reward me for dodging perfectly. Evading an attack at the precise moment it is dealt will temporarily slow the enemy, making it more susceptible to counter. Yes. I like that. Yes. This is something that Tales of Arise does that we've played on the channel here. That's really nice. Wow. Okay.
Come on.
Oh, damn, and I got
Evade my
precise.
attacks.
Oh, I missed that one. Okay. Nice.
How did you dodge that? I was sure I had you.
Didn't get that one.
That was amazing!
I flinch every time his attacks.
Don't give up, Clive. You can do it.
Wow, I wanted to do more on the perfect one. I was trying to practice perfect, but it was easy enough to dodge
Remember,
attacks.
Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Quickness of thought and fleetness of foot are indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal.
I'm here for that.
But
I'm
you
here
are
for
not
that.
just any shield, are you? Show me what sets you apart from the rest.
Yes, show me too. I want to
You
know.
have been blessed by the Phoenix. Granted the use
So
of
is that
its
my
power.
dominant?
Call upon that power now to close on me.
Wait, so this is I have dominant.
I'm waiting.
Oh, there's an item up on the second floor there. I see, or something. I see a light. I'm assuming that's some kind of item. Iconic feats. The blessing of the Phoenix grants Clive the ability to perform feats of inhuman strength and dexterity. Phoenix Shift is one such iconic. Okay, guys, I'm not just saying this right now either. This is so cool to me. I don't know how this game's gonna work, but so this is a Phoenix blessing from, you know, the dominant Phoenix or whatever. So assuming that this is a theme that keeps happening going through the game here, you know, we'll get different feats for each summon that we get, or dominant, if that's the term for this game. Each one of those that we get, so we're gonna get a new feat, which is so cool because first off, this one seems really nice because it's like a dodgy type thing, but I suppose this is more aggressive than a dodge though, because you're closing the distance on the enemy. I like that. Both melee and range attacks can be used while executing the Phoenix Shift. Oh, damn. So you use it and attack at the same. Oh, damn, that's badass. Okay. So how do I do that? Circle. Okay. So I'm gonna do this and boink.
Don't tell me you've had
Okay.
enough. We have barely
Nice. Okay, let's try
begun.
triangle this time. Oh my god, that is so good. This combat feels so good. And it looks visually pleasing as well. I like that.
Lord Rossfield.
Okay, well, he dodged it, but that's fine.
Impressive.
Felt cool.
But even the most agile shield cannot hope to escape every blow.
Yeah.
Death may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000.
Don't make me block.
There is only one way to ensure that you do not fall.
What's that?
Have your wounds mended and your energies replenished.
Yep. We can do that. Just don't mention the shield to me. I will not use it.
Speaking of which, my lord, you seem a little worse for wear. Now that won't do at all.
You healed me before. I appreciated that. Mend your wounds. Okay. Use potions to fully restore HP. Consumable items such as potions and tonics can be used to restore Clive's HP or temporarily boost attributes. Okay. Surely there's a cure spell or something too, right? Consumables can be assigned to the D-pad. Only 3 though? What is left on the D-pad that's not usable? I guess we'll find that out, but okay.
All right then.
All right. What is, okay, so I'm looking at I don't know what this health bar thing means, but you know, you got the green part, and then you have a gray part, and then you have a black part. The gray part like moved when I healed the potion. So is that like some like health that I can gain back? Like a Bloodborne type thing? Oh, on the bottom right. Oh, I like that. That's a little pixel art of our characters. That's a nice little thing. It looks very like OG Final Fantasy look to it. I like that. That's cool. And they do little emotes. Oh, that's so cool. I have no idea where my webcam should be on this setup, but that's a later Zombo issue. That's future Zombo's problem, not mine. Okay. All right, so let's do another potion, I guess. Fully restore
think those
HP.
wounds become you?
Oh, I'm 9 HP away. Isn't there anything I can do? Is there nothing I can do? I have to waste another potion, I guess. All right, fine.
That's better.
God, that was mean.
Battle
I got hit
is
one too many times.
a succession of pivotal moments, wherein life and death can be decided at a single stroke. You must be ready to utilize every tool at your disposal if you are to navigate a path to victory. Or at the very least,
Very wise.
to ensure that you live to fight another day. Enough practice.
Oh.
It's time for the test.
Yes,
You've
let's do
recovered
it.
from your soaking, I trust. You wouldn't want to kick a man while he's drowned.
I thought you'd never ask.
Come then, Lord Rosfield. Spar with me.
Yes.
If you believe yourself worthy to be called Shield of the Flame, then prove it.
No
As
problem.
you wish, my lord.
Let's get it.
Have at me, boy. Make proof of your strength.
Say less. Final lesson. And I'll be teaching you this one. The will gauge indicates your opponent's will to fight back. Break their spirit by landing attacks and strike them while they're vulnerable.
Go on.
Whoa.
You're sure to beat him this time.
Thank you, child.
Just stay calm.
Yes. Oh god. Okay, I thought I was staggered with that, but I was not so lucky. I didn't. There we go. Oh, nice.
Seriously?
Keep going, Clive.
Oh, you thought. Come on. Hit me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Oh, no such luck. Nice. Oh, wait, staggered. Stagger enemies' will was broken, leaving them staggered. Okay, so it's kind of like, it acts as like a stamina bar. Try dealing as much damage as you can before he regains his senses. R2 and square to execute Rising Flames. Oh. Okay. Whoa. How often can I do that? Okay, not very often, I guess, because...
Well, it's time I took my own advice. I used all the tools at my disposal.
Precision dodge times 3. Precision dodge times 4. Oh my god.
Just a little more. We believe in you.
You're a...
Nice. Let's go. That felt good. I like that combat. Let's go, dude. Oh, sorry, close. Yeah, dude, you scrub. You got beat by a teenager? Question mark? Thank you. Thank you.
Do it.
Hi.
Oh, I want your dog now.
Bested at last. It's taken long enough. That was a display worthy of your father.
And my father is?
You are a true shield of the flame, and let no one tell you otherwise. Including me.
This guy seems cool. I like him.
What are you lot gawping at? Back to your drills.
He can be serious, but he can also be wholesome. I like it. Cool. All right, maybe it wasn't as easy as I made it look. Ooh. Thank you. Child.
Joshua.
Josh.
I was just tired. The Phoenix's flames are a gift. You mustn't waste them.
It isn't a waste. My shields look after me. Why shouldn't I?
Oh.
That's why. You were coughing this morning too. You shouldn't be outdoors.
Is he sick?
Fine, it's just a cold.
Don't push yourself.
Okay, so he's the person I'm protecting.
Father's back.
Hey.
Okay.
Your Grace, Please, this is no place for one such as you.
I
would gladly brave hell itself to see my darling boy.
Oh, she's kind of cute.
Gentlemen, Rosaria thanks you for your indefatigable loyalty.
Whoa, words.
Your Grace, we live to serve.
Joshua.
Mother? Is that your mother?
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Oh, he noticed.
You, Mother.
Oh wait, so you're his brother. Wait, what? Oh, she doesn't look like she likes
Come,
him.
Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
Maybe he has a different mother.
Lord Murdoch.
Like real mother?
Your Grace.
I don't know. Because maybe they have the same father, but the father remarried? There was some weird tension there.
What a way to treat your own flesh and blood.
I know. It's not his fault. Not everyone can be born the Phoenix.
Oh, so it is her son. Okay. Wow, okay, that's just shitty.
We should join them.
Wait, but I thought I have Phoenix ability or something. I'm still trying to figure this out, guys. I gotta understand the rules of the world. It's gonna take a minute to unravel everything. Whoa. Oh, Chocobo. That's gotta be a Chocobo, right? Oh, damn, that's my colors. Whoa, that's an elegant looking Chocobo. I like it. Okay, so this is probably the king, right? So my dad? Or royalty?
Rise, my friends.
Welcome home, Father.
Welcome home, Father.
Thank you, Joshua. You are well, I trust.
He's got a cold,
Yes, Father. Much better.
don't cough.
June
Hold
and
it
I
in.
went to the bay to watch Clive's spa.
Is that so?
So is that their sister, or?
Quiet, Torgal. Stop it, boy.
Torgal, he's so cute!
Now!
You'll make a fine hound one day.
Father.
He's such a good boy.
Lift up your head.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Look at him! Oh, I love dogs. If anything happens to that dog, I will murder everything.
Your Grace.
War is coming, my boy. We must make ready.
That's all you want to hear.
Is the situation truly so grave?
Come to the throne room. We will talk there.
Yes, Father.
Very well.
Your Grace.
So, his father seems to respect him a lot, but his mother definitely doesn't. They seem pretty close, those two. He seems like a good dad so far. We'll see.
Torgal.
Oh, a butterfly. A butterfly. Look at the cute little boy.
Going, Clive here is off to see the Archduke.
Right.
Oh, he's not a king, he's an archduke. Okay. It's very medieval. So is this like an archduke's castle, or is there a king higher than him? I don't know. Sunrise, sunset. Okay. Finding your way. You should find yourself lost. Oh, if you should find yourself lost, do not fret. Hold L3 to entrust your animal instinct to point you in the right direction. Your current destination will be displayed with a that. Okay.
Is trouble brewing?
I'm not
It seems like it.
I need to speak with Father.
It does seem like it, though. Okay, so... Animal instinct. Okay, so it, like, focuses on your objective. I see. I want to see what these blue things are, though, because I saw a couple of these. What is this? Useful items can be found across the realm by those We know where to look for. Yeah, look for the lights. Items discovered can be viewed in the items. Okay. So I got a potion. Cool. I used a lot of those in the fight we just did, as I was trying to learn and be cool. What was the item over here?
Before we lose the light.
Oh wow, that is the most pathetic jump I've ever seen in my life. Oh no. Oh my god, that is terrible. Don't look at me, Jill. All right, well, I guess we'll just go to the objective because I don't really know what I'm doing otherwise. Andale! Ooh, item up there, I think, maybe. Oh, an apple? That is a ovular apple? Oh, he's got the thing. Is he an ex-soldier thing? Shield? Is that what they're called?
Forgive me, Lord Marquess. Pray do not concern yourself with this bungling cur. Bow to him, you fool. Did I say to speak?
Oh, I feel bad for this guy.
It was no trouble, really.
Oh,
good guy, Clive.
Him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves. Why?
Very medieval of you.
Nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
Yeah, but what the symbol thing?
Stand, please.
Stand.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
Of course, if that is your lordship's wish.
Mm-hmm.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
I really want to know what those marks mean.
As do we all.
Good guy, Clive.
Come on now. Back to your duties.
What's up? See, look what it's like not dealing as a tyrant. Oh, the little doggy yawn. I am already in love with this game. Give me the dog. I want the puppy. Give me the pup. It is mine. May I hold? May I hold? Sorry, I didn't mean to push you. Damn.
Looks like they're getting ready for supper.
Oh, this is what I saw.
I think someone's hungry.
So you use magic to get water out of like these crystals? Because we saw in that other scene, a crystal, they like milked it. They milked it like a cow udder into the freaking cup to get water. So it almost seems like this is the... Oh, I see. They also brought that from medieval times, didn't they?
I'm having my bearer.
Oh.
Best to save what crystals we can, eh?
Best to save what crystals we can. So there's what, a crystal shortage or something in the area? It's a valuable... Ooh, I can get the item from over here, it looks like. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, I don't even have to... That is nice. That is a nice little feature. I don't have to like hit a button to pick it up. I just walk by it and it's like, you got it. Good job. Pat on the back. You did good. All right, in the door we go. Ooh. That's a pretty garden. All right, in we go.
Nice and quiet in here, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Joshy. Joshy boy. Joshy Washy. Gonna be honest, Joshy Washy.
Where's Joshua?
Yeah, I saw him. Not a fan of his outfit, though. Clive, though? Clive looks like a badass. Let's go talk to Joshua, I guess. Scared some birdies. Where did the girl go? Oh, there she is. Hello, Joshua.
Clive?
Are you worried about the war?
The soldiers will expect the Phoenix to help them, but I don't know if I can.
Oh, that's a burden on you?
Don't worry, Joshua. Father will guide you. And I will protect you. Always.
know. Thank you, Clive.
Okay, so what I'm gathering here is that there's almost like this is a trope that I think has been done in media before, you know, where one of the children is blessed with like a certain ability, one doesn't have it. It seems like Clive either doesn't have this ability or has a much smaller version of the ability, this Phoenix dominant ability thing or whatever. It seems like his is a lot lesser. Josh was like a prodigy of this Phoenix ability, and so he's the chosen one who is either prophesized or destined, or just due to the fact he has that power is put in a position that he has a responsibility to his kingdom or his military or whatever to help them by assumedly based on the fight we just saw in the 8-year future, or however many years it was in the future, presumably summon Phoenix himself, maybe? I don't know. But since he's the chosen one, even though I'm the eldest son, the responsibility and protection actually goes on to Joshua to protect everyone. So me as the older brother, I'm just being a good brother, I guess, at this point, and doing my duty to the kingdom and protecting my little brother, who is, you know, maybe the next one to be the next ruler or whatever. Normally it goes to the firstborn in most media, but this seems like the power is more of the dictator here than the age and order of birth.
Understand? The power of the Phoenix dwells within Joshua, and Joshua alone. If any ill should
That's what we're
befall
hearing.
him, it will be on your head.
So
Do
that's
not
what I'm talking
neglect your
about.
duties again. Yes, Your Grace.
That's what I'm talking about. She seems like a tool. She won't even talk to me. Yeah, that's a little bit, I'm seeing the family dynamic here pretty early. Some large gates and stiff levers require extra effort to open. Use X to access them and hold R2. Okay. Gotcha. Just more dramatic. I approve. It's very dark. There we go. Oh. I wanted to look around first, but okay. Keep the puppy safe. Oh, look at the little... She does a little puppy wave. I approve of you. You seem cool. Is that her dog? Because that's awesome. Okay, here we go. All right, this is the dude that we were just sparring with, too. I forget his name, but...
You commanded my presence, Your Grace. How may I serve you?
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Your mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black.
He seems chill, dude.
In just
like
these
him.
few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
By flames.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake. Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
Okay. I like this war
We have traded
theme.
blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first.
He's gonna die.
Rodney.
Just calling it right now. He's way too cool.
You will have heard the reports, I am sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Goblins in the Stillwind Marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
Okay. So is this the capital they're referring to, or is there a different city that's the capital?
It is time to prove your strength. And shut your mother up for good.
Thank you.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
Okay. Cool. I like it. Active time lore. What is this? Hold the touchpad to access active time lore feature, a compilation of important information relevant to Clive's current story progression. ATL can even be viewed during most cutscenes. I don't know that I really want to stop a cutscene to look at that. Assuming if I can still do it after the cutscene, I'd rather do it then. Okay, it can be accessed later in the game. Okay, cool. Then I'll do it. Yeah. I don't really want to interrupt the cutscene for it, you know? Okay, so I'm assuming there's some kind of lore here. Okay, so this is going to help us understand what the hell is going on here, I would imagine. So the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, a nation occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm. I wonder if the continent of Storm is like related to Rumha, Ramu, I don't know, however you say it. With Rosalith as its capital, Rosaria was originally formed from a collection of smaller dominions, all of which now stand united under the banner of Archduke Elwyn Rossfield. So Archduke, so that must be my father. So we are the leader. Not possessing a mother crystal of its own, the duchy has long been locked in bitter conflict with the Iron Kingdom over possession of Drake's Breath, Bahamut maybe, which lies still further to the west in the midst of the boiling sea. Or maybe that's a land. It's not a dominant or something. Okay, so that's an understanding of that. So okay, and then here's father, Archduke of the Grand Duchy in Rosaria, and the father of Clive and Joshua. Loved by his people. So the girl Jill is not the father. You're not the father of her. So then who is she? Loved by his people for his steadfast leadership, both at home and on the battlefield, which he put to good effect in quelling the rebellious northern territories. Okay, here's our enemies, the Iron Kingdom, also known in the local tongue as Hyderan. I don't know. The Iron Kingdom is an archipelago nation situated off the west coast of Storm, with its capital at Craiglisket. I have no idea how to say these words. The Mother Crystal, Drake's Breath, rises from a volcanic island situated just within or without its borders, depending on whom you ask. Oh, I see. So they say it's within their lands. We say it's out of their lands. That's where the dilemma comes in. It has been the subject of a long-standing conflict between the Ironblood and neighboring Duchy of Rosaria. The Iron Kingdom inhabitants shun any contact with outsiders, which has given rise to a unique, if largely inward-looking culture. Okay, here, Mother Crystals. This is going to explain this. Enormous glassy mountains, 5 of which tower over the lands of Valisthea. That's either maybe the continent or it's the world. I don't know. They are the source of all the crystals that the people of the twins rely on in their everyday lives, like the water crystal, presumably. Not only that, but the lands surrounding them are rich with ether, making the magics of the crystals cast even more potent. For these regions, great nations have sprung up around each mother crystal and have long warred with each other over possession of their blessings. So maybe they're different elements, like one's a water crystal, one's a fire crystal, one's an earth crystal, something like that. Situated in the heart of ducal capital of Rosalith, it is from the towering ivory fortress that the Archduke and his family rule their nation. An architectural feat the founder himself would be proud of. The castle has stood since the early days of the duchy and watched over the rise of its proud nation, and the people who inhabit the city beneath. All right, cool. Well, that's cool little lore information there. I like that. That's helpful, especially for me right now, trying to figure out what they're talking about, what these terms are. I still want to know more about these dominants, but I guess that's something we'll kind of figure out. Am I actually going the right way? Oh, I am.
No messages, my lord.
Okay. Ooh, a balcony. Oh, pretty. All right, everybody, but I think that'll do it for this one. We never went to a main menu, so there's that. We just jumped right into the game. We'll continue this in the next one. I'm absolutely loving this so far. I'm very interested in what this lore is and everything that this has to offer. I think the characters so far are very interesting. The dynamics between certain characters, especially this, for lack of a better term, royal family or whatever, is very interesting. That mother, I need to learn more about her because there is a lot of tension happening there. I'm very curious how that keeps unraveling moving forward here. But anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you guys have not already. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.